How's it going, guys, and welcome back to some more LEGO Marvel superheroes. So in the last video we had a look at the Super Pack DLC. So it's pretty much the same concept in today's video, except for we're gonna have a look at the Asgard DLC pack. And if you couldn't gather it from the name, these characters contains characters from the Thor movies. There you go. So the first one we're gonna have a look at is Curse from Dark World, and he is a big figure, as you can tell. Really cool, actually. Go down, please. Really cool looking, in my opinion. And again, he's pretty much like the Thing. And of course, he is super fast as all the other big figures. When he goes on a rampage, it's really cool. His design is really cool. I really like it. And he's definitely one of my favorite big figures outside of the Hulk and Red Hulk figures. If you have the question, my favorite big figure of all time in this game is probably Red Hulk over there, which is a character that you need to unlock in New York City. And I've been thinking about doing some how to unlock certain characters later on, of course. But that's for another video. So that's pretty much Curse. The next one is Odin, Thor's father, and he works kind of like Loki and also Thor. And by that I mean he has this staff here that he can hit with, and he can also. I need to find myself a target. There we go. Shoot some laser balls, thingamabobs, and he can also shoot a straight laser beam. The good thing about Odin is that he doesn't need to charge up like Thor does, but the downside to Odin is that he cannot fly. He can jump, and that's about it. And that's really why I say that. That's really the reason why I say that Odin is a mix between Loki and Thor. So he's a really cool character. I really like him. Once again, it's a really neat design. And the next one is Malik from Dark World. Malik can shoot these fireballs. But that's not the only thing he can do. He cannot fly, but he can double jump. And he's actually pretty fast. I feel like he's a lot faster than some characters are, but he also has the same quote-unquote ability as Black Widow, and by that I mean he can go invincible. So the cameras can really detect him in some levels. There we go. So once again, I think Malik is a really cool character. I really like his design. Love the hairpiece on him, and the body pretty much is also really neat made. The next character on the roster, you don't really get too many characters with this DLC pack, I feel like, versus the Super Pack DLC, but I'll get to that later on. The next one on the line is Jane Foster, the human love interest of Thor, I guess you can call it. And she's basically like Mary Jane or Quinn, or Aunt May for that matter. And by that I mean she doesn't have any powers or abilities. She can run like all the other figures, and she can punch. But she doesn't really have any secondary powers. And the reason why is because, well, she's simply just a human. There's not really much to it. But again, I like the design of her. But really, if you're gonna go with a powerless damsel in distress, I like to call them, you can either go with, like I said, Mary Jane up here. I don't have Gwen Stacy right now, but you can go with Mary Jane, or you can go with Pepper Potts, which is basically the same, with punching and jumping around, and no secondary ability. So that's Jane Foster. The next one is Sif, and I don't know what it is, but whenever I play as Sif or some of the other characters, I really get this urge to play Lord of the Rings. And the reason why is because she doesn't have any special powers either. Again, she can jump, as you can tell, but she has this sword here, and it just looks really cool when she slashes it around, I guess. And you can put it away as well, and it looks really good. Sif is another really cool character in my book, but she can get kind of boring, and the same thing goes for Walt Stack, I think his name is. He has an axe though, but again, it's just the same figure pretty much. You don't get any special powers, so to speak, but you have an axe. So if you want to run around New York City with an axe, there you go. So the next one is Hogan, is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. He comes with this mace, and again it's just like Sif and Walt Stack. So again, really cool design, but he reminds me a lot of Malik for some odd reason. I guess it's the color scheme that's really the same, almost. He's probably my least favorite character in this DLC pack. I don't care too much about Hogan, but another really cool character that is pretty much on the same scale as Sif is Fandral. He comes with a sword as well, and a green cape, nice mustache, and again runs really fast. So the thing that I talked about before with the two DLC packs that we have here, which one would I recommend? Sorry, which one would I recommend if you had to pick one over the other? Personally, I like the Super Pack DLC way more. I think it offers more for you. You get a free, not really free because you pay for it, but you know what I mean. You get a vehicle, and you get a lot of cool characters. Whereas in this pack you get maybe one or two, at least, decent characters. But I mean, I think it's around $1 or something like that on Steam. So it's not because it's a lot of money, you know, don't get me wrong. And really, I only bought the Asgard DLC pack to show it off to you guys, so you could see what you would get. Same thing with the Super Pack DLC. But after purchasing both of them and playing around with both of them, I would recommend the Super Pack. You get Rick Jones, Thanos, Beta Ray Bill, Dark Phoenix, Falcon, Hawkeye and his vehicle, Spider-Man in his symbiote costume, and Winter Soldier in the Super Pack DLC. Whereas in the Asgard you get Curse, Odin, Malik, Jane, Sith, Walt Stack, Hogan, and Fandral. But I mean, it's totally up to you, of course. If you like the Dark World movie of Thor, I would definitely recommend it. And again, if you have enough money to buy both DLC packs, why not just do it, right? That's what I recommend. But anyway guys, that does it for today's video. So thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and if you really like this video, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out in the end. But until then, stay cool, my friends.